Alright, in our 9.6 video, we're going to talk about percent of increase or decrease. And basically what that means is we're looking at the percent amount that something has changed. So a percent of change shows how much a quantity has either increased or decreased in comparison with the original amount. So a lot of times you'll see this involving money, if something went up or down or was like on sale. If things increase in the amount of quantity, like you might see on a package, like now has 25% more tissues in a tissue box or something. And so that's what we're talking about here. And so obviously if something goes up from its original amount, we're going to call that a percent increase. And if something goes down from its original amount, we're going to call that its percent decrease. Well, there's a formula to figure this out, and basically it is just the amount of increase or decrease, depending on how the question is asked, over our original amount. And that's all there is to it. So we'll go through a couple of examples here, but so question or example 1 here is, what is the percent of increase from 8 to 13? So first off, we need to figure out how much, pretty obvious to tell, but we need to figure out how to get the amount of increase. And so the amount of increase would just be 13 minus 8. Whoops, sloppy 8 there. Erase that. 13 minus 8. And then the original amount is 8. So what is the percent of increase from 8? That's where we started from, to 13. So our original number is going to be 8. Okay. So then obviously 13 minus 8 is 5. And so we have 5/8, but we're going to go ahead and turn that into a decimal, and then we can easily, from our section 9.3 notes, turn that into a percentage, hopefully. So if you divide 5 by 8, you would get 0.625. Moving the decimal over twice would give you a percentage of 62.5%. So we would call that a 62.5% increase. So let's do one more example then. So again, right where that word from is, that's your original amount. We're starting here and we're going to that. So that's always going to be on the bottom. So what is the percent increase of 50 to 60? So again, even though you really could just be doing this in your head, we'll write it out. 60 minus 50 over our original amount. So we have 10 over 50, which again you can turn into a decimal. So 10 divided by 50 will give us 0.2. If we move our decimal over twice, that's going to give us a percent increase of 20%. So what is the percent decrease now? Same concept, it's just we're going down from 49 to 35. So we're still going to put the bigger number first. We don't really want a negative number here. So we're still going to we're starting here. The number you start with always goes first, to 35. Actually, just to make it positive, the bigger number always goes first, from 49. So 49 is going to be on the bottom. All right, and so 49 minus 35 will give us 14 over 49. And again, dividing that out into a decimal first will give you, and we'll round this, you're going to get kind of a big number, but so you approximately, we'll do one of these guys, get 0.2857, which we can just kind of round to a 28.6% if we're rounding there. Okay. one more percent decrease. So again, from 90 to 54. So if we do 90 minus 54 over our original amount, take 90 minus 54 to get 36 over 90. Again, turning that into a decimal, you would get 0.4, which would be 40%. When you're doing your homework or your classwork, I should call it, give your answers as a percent, not as a decimal, because it's asking what is the percent decrease. And then a few story problems here. Sometimes you might be given the, like, especially like I was saying earlier in like a grocery store, they might advertise like 25% more of whatever. Well, that's great, but you might want to know actually like how many more am I getting? So doing this will help you do that. So to find the actual amount they're increasing, what you want to do is take the percentage times the original amount. That will give you the number that'll basically give you how many more you're going to have, and then you can add that back on to the original to see how much total is in the box. So for this example, we need to write the percentage as a decimal. Okay, you should always either have percentages in fraction or decimal form when you're going to be using them like an equation. So we do 0.25 because it's 25% more shells, multiplied by our original amount, which is 24. And that's going to give us an answer of 6 additional shells. But we want to know how many total shells there are. So we need to take the 6 shells plus what we already had in the box originally, which is 24, for a final answer of 30 shells. All right, our last example of percent decrease kind of problem. A company sold 10 CDs per package, but now sells only 10% fewer. How many are in the package now? So same thing here. We're going to take the original amount times 0.1, and 10 times 0.1 will give us this will tell us how many fewer they're going down, but it won't give us the final amount. So if you take 10 times 0.1, you're going to get 1. So that's how many fewer CDs they're selling. But now, since we are doing a percent decrease or fewer, instead of adding it like we did up here, we're going to take the 10 minus the 1 here, and now there's only going to be 9 CDs in that package. All right.